I think when it comes to the topic of forgiveness, number one, you don't forgive people for them. You have to do it for yourself. And it took me a long time to realize that I'm forgiving this person so I can feel better. If you approach it from a point of, I'm going to forgive this person so things can be okay between us, then you will never be able to move forward because it's always going to be a lingering thought in your mind. So I think forgiveness first has to be something you want to do. And it has to come from a place of you forgiving that person so you can move forward, not for them. Because it's nobody's job to make you comfortable but yourself. So if you are saying, look, I forgive you because I can't be stuck in this place and I'm going to forgive you so I can move on. And forgiveness doesn't mean you forgot what that person does. And I think a lot of people mix the two. You know, I can forgive you, but I don't have to forget what you did. I can forgive you and set a boundary and not deal with you the same way I used to deal with you. I can put restrictions on how I deal with you. So that's also an option. Forgiveness doesn't mean like, oh, we're going back to what we used to be. I have an unforgivable but with boundaries list, I would say, because I still have to deal with these people because we got kids. So, yeah. I feel like I'm so. somebody, somebody told me today I give Queen Elizabeth vibes. I don't know. I got to look into Queen Elizabeth, but I was on the phone and I was just like, okay, goodbye. Like, yeah, whatever. And I hung up. And she's like, you just like, I think for me, my mind just be so like, it'd be like 47 things going through my mind at once. So it just be like, okay, let's bang this out. So being a mother, I would say it's like one of the hardest jobs there is. It's like, especially when you have multiple kids and multiple personalities. So my son has been working all summer and he got his first check. Like usually he gets cash for the jobs he's been doing. Got his first check and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take you to cash the check. And this was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Today he decides he wants to cash the check, which is nothing wrong with him wanting to cash it today. But I'm like, you don't have an ID. So like I gotta take you to get an ID in order for you. Like this is a life lesson why you need an ID. So he's being a kid, texts his grandma like, "Hey, take me to cash my check." Like in his mind, he can use her ID, and I don't know. It's probably something you could do, but I want him to know the right way to do it. So I'm like, "No, your grandmother's not taking you. Like first of all, this is what me and you are doing, and I just have to take you to get an ID." So I'm getting my makeup done, and he like calls. He's like, "Can my dad take me to cash the check?" I'm like, "Bro, you playing with me?" I just told you, no, I'm gonna take you because you need like your father, like just because y'all got the same name. What are we talking about? So, like, I get his excitement and I'm not diminishing it, but it's just like, you need to listen. And it's like dealing with other adults, like, for two adults to say, okay, I'm gonna take you to cash your check, and none of them be like, yo, you need an ID. Do you have an ID? It's weird to me. My life was so different. I was emancipated at 14. I was already on my own. I've already like had my own house. I was already doing everything as an adult. So if I feel like if I was to let my kids go on their own right now, they would be because that's how I raised them. But you know, I don't look at I just want them to enjoy being kids and then enjoy being young adults. Like that's really be my only goal for them. It's like I'm busting my butt so you can enjoy being a child, so you can enjoy being a foolish teenager. Like I don't want them to think about my stuff. And again, I think I live in a universe of my own. And I think that's probably a part of my problem. If I didn't have my children full time and I got a phone call, my mom said she didn't do this, but you know, can you do it? It would be a matter of, well, let me talk to your mom and why she didn't. Like, I have enough common sense to say, like, okay, let me ask why she said no. Like, but everybody doesn't have that. I think boundaries are important in all relationships, especially when you're a single mother and you're raising your kids by yourself and you're trying to give your kids rules to follow in society. You do not need to allow anyone to disrespect those boundaries. Hypothetically, if there was a situation where one of my children went to somebody else to try to undermine what I said, the adult is going to have a conversation with me. And I think the people know that I just don't play certain games. Baby mama is crazy. The mother of somebody's child. The mother of someone's child. Baby mama is crazy. The mother of somebody's child is listening. So toxic. No baby mama. The mother of your child. Men always be like, oh, she's always combative and she's just, you keep calling her your baby mother. Like, she's the mother of your child. Like, simple things like changing baby mama to the mother of your child. One, it shows respect, right? And now it'll put her in a position like, oh, it's not so derogatory, it's not so aggressive at this point. I could calm down because this could be a safe space. But most dudes just be like, my baby mother, I hate my baby mother. She's a be like, no, the mother of your child, and period. And that's just what it is. She's the mother of your child. I don't know if I want to. It was like married men be the most single men out here. And I was just like, that's true. Nobody in my DMs I take serious. It'd be like, oh, whose man is this? And all these Facebook groups, the T app is buzzing now. It's just like, I've never had the desire to be with a man who's married. I require way too much. I can't be your secret. The only time a man is telling me he's married, he's filing his taxes. I don't even be asking those questions. Like, I don't, the guy for me to date, I'm telling you, the same way Jesus rose from the dead, he gots to come tell me this is the one. Like, what is sparking this conversation? Like, what made you think I was interested in hearing about you being like, what of me gave that I wanted to know? We have to be doing some type of business where we're filing your tax or doing something financial. That's the only time I've ever asked that question to anyone, man or female. Like, I don't just, why would you be just like, oh, I'm married, which is good, but why would you assume I wanted to know? What gave that I was flirting with you? And I feel like I have a very well resting bitch face where I don't give off flirty. I don't think I don't think I give that I'm flirting. Like, especially if it's a business situation, we here to do business and that's it. Like, e- even all my married couples, or even if that's your girlfriend, we're in a group chat because I don't want any language ever misconstrued. And I also think, so to give grace, I also think it's a part of where you're from because sometimes it can come off like, oh, he's flirty, but that's probably just how he was raised to be like, hey, beautiful. Like, I know a lot of guys that just be like, hey, beautiful, but it's more so how they were raised and they address everybody like that. So I also think as women, we need to know like the discernment, which is one reason I don't pay attention to everybody because I'm around a lot of men who are raised with morals and respect to address women when they step in a room. So that's one. Because sometimes we do have it like, oh my God, he was extra flirty, but he wasn't. He was just raised with respect. Like, and I think up north, we're not used to that. Down south and certain Caribbean backgrounds, that's how they're raised. So like a lot of up north people are not used to like, oh my God, he called me beautiful. He called the janitor beautiful too. For one, I get my data from these messy groups. Women gossip. So it'll be like in these Facebook groups, they will post the guy's picture and it'll be like 40 stories. Like, oh, and screenshots from the DM. As a married man, first of all, learn how to cheat incognito. Y'all can't even do that right. Like, it just be like the audacity for you to have your face. Your I don't even so even on dating apps, like Facebook dating, if a man likes my stuff and I see kids on his pictures, you're blocked. What the fuck are we doing? You're blocked. Tell me in person when you see me in the streets, you're blocked. Because it could be messy. Because there's a family somewhere. That kid came from somewhere. When you go to these guys' page, it'll be whole family photos, like family vacation. And you go back to the screenshots and you start comparing dates. Like, does your wife know? Which like, unless y'all are into a swinger relationship, which is okay. Because now y'all have defined that this is okay in y'all relationship. But the wives be thrown off guard a lot of the times. And it don't be swinger relationships. And I just think men, it's just a lot of the wrong audacity for you to think that you can disrespect your wife. But there's women allowing it. So that's why men think I'm quick to I'm quick to do a group chat. I'm the wrong person's DM to slide in. It'll be your wife, your mom, your sister, screenshots, get them, and that's it. Shaking up the whole tree. Nobody's going to Sunday dinner happy. And I think women need to learn how to respectfully call it out. And then the woman who's being told, if it's a situation, if I come to a woman, is hypothetically, and I'm not saying you do this, but say I DM your wife and be like, hey, he was a little too flirty. This is what he said. Here's the screenshots. I just want you to know as a woman. I don't think your wife should get combative with me and be like, bitch, this, bitch, because I didn't have to tell you. I could have entertained it. My motto's always been, I'm not arguing no female about no man. If if he can be entertained by her, she can have him. Because the level of man I want, it's not even, I don't even gotta check. I don't even want to know your password. I just don't have to. Your more moral characteristics are so in line. I ain't gotta check. I don't gotta question your character because I see it how you show up in business. I see it how you interact with other people. Right? We know if men cheat. Look how they engage. Look how they handle business. Look how they handle their children. Look how they handle things around them that are supposed to be precious. If you cheat on your wife, I damn sure don't want to do business with you. If you cheat on your husband, I don't want to do business with you. You don't even respect the most sacred bond. You ain't gonna respect my little contract. You ain't gonna play Russian roulette with my money. But as a man, it's like, what do you get out of arguing with? Like, do you not feel less than? Because we look at you as less than. Women look at you as like, and other men. Other men may not say it, but they definitely like, oh, you less than them. You the bottom of the barrel. Other men, and I think other men need to call it out, like, or their homeboy circles again need to be like, yo, bro, we don't we don't argue with men. Any man who thinks he's gonna be out, if you actually look at comments I engage in, okay, princess, I'm not doing this with you. And that's what it is. And however you feel, I'm not arguing no man. Okay, princess, talk to you later. Take it how you want. You're a princess. Women argue back and forth. Women do that. Like, that's girl behavior. And if you want to be a girl, then that's a different conversation we need to have. But this is girl behavior. It doesn't turn a woman on like, oh my God, I want to choose him. He was arguing with all the girls. No. No girl is like, that's my man. Even if you have a girlfriend, she's embarrassed. She may not say it because you probably be arguing with her, which also goes into other categories of domestic violence at home. So she's not gonna say it, but she's embarrassed. You embarrass your whole family lineage at this point. Even the kids who aren't conceived are embarrassed. You're the one in the history books who didn't make it. That's embarrassing. And you embarrass yourself. Like, what in you? It's like, I'm gonna wake up today and go argue over 7 females. What I would love to know the thought process from a man who argues with women. Why you argue with women? Because it's not about respect. It can't be. Because a man's gonna say what he says and walk away, and that's just what it is. And the reality is, the woman knows. We know we're at a higher caliber. We don't desire it to be. Most men are just lazy, and you allow us to outwork you. We don't desire to be the ones doing all the manual lifting. No woman is desiring that. Like, no woman desires, from my knowledge, we don't desire to be your superior. We actually want you to lead, but you won't. And so, should we sit around and wait? And now our life is fucked up because you don't want to do better, or you're intimidated by the fact that I'm more successful than you. And that's why it's tricky dating, because it's like, who do you date when you are in this caliber? Do I date the person who has a 9-to-5 job? And then now it's a problem because I'm always traveling. You barely will see me. Or do I date the person who's in entrepreneurship, but they're at a stalling business and my business is thriving, and now you're intimidated?